everyone, welcome back to the RickRac Club, and we are making some funky little buttons for our junk journals. So my friend gave me her book that was her, she just as she paints, she brushes off her brush and then goes back to her painting, wipes off the excess paint. So she's given me a book of brush marks. And I was thinking there must be something I can do with this. And so I was watching a few different people with their bright, beautiful coloured papers making all sorts of things. I really love my punch, and it's got this great scalloped edge, and I've always loved punching out these. So I punched out a whole heap, and I think they look fabulous. I'm going to show you the method I did. Just choose... Oh, that's a pretty awesome one. So the punches need to be so that you can't see an edge like that. And make sure you can get it right in and get the colour. So you can move it around and have a bit of a look. So this would be a set of those. Then it wasn't quite thick enough, so it's just cartridge paper. So what I've done then is got a bit of watercolour paper. It's quite a thick watercolour paper. Now this is a little bit harder to press. When my page has got, say, an area like this that I can't perhaps cut something like that out of, it's not big enough, I'm just happy to just do this, and I'm adding it to my little pile of excess bits for small collages. So I'm also creating a little collage pile. So even that might be interesting as I go as well. So that's step 1, step 2, and then step 3 with the cartridge paper. I've been cutting out 3. Just getting my glue book. Actually, I think I did 2 cartridges on these. You could make it thicker. I'll show you how I punch them after. Basically, I did try with the Aqua, the Tombow, but and I do love this glue. However, the glue stick gives you just a little bit of movement as you're smushing them together, which is important because you want the edges to line up. Now I'm finding that, not quite sure why, but the edges don't perfectly line up all the way around, but just get it as good as you can. Let's get another nice pink. Oops. And we're just lining them up. I mean, you could make them thicker if you want to. Maybe able to see the difference between 3 layers and 2 layers. It just depends. I mean, I think I like the idea of the 3 layers. It's kind of quite thick. So here's my previous ones. And then what I've got is, now there's all different types of punches, and this one is quite small. So they're quite small, and I thought if I use my crocodile, even the small one on the crocodile, I thought it would be too big. So I'm using this. What I discovered was it leaves an indentation, so I've got a pair of boobs on this one. But I decided to turn them over and punch them from the back. Now I just eyeballed them. So I turned it over, eyeballed where I thought to to the left of the middle was, judging by this and this, and gave it a punch, and then just moved it over a bit on the same line, gave it a punch, and there you have it. So I've got some nice pink ones. I've got another pile of pinkish to greenish ones to match. And I think that I might just make a big pile of them, so I've got them all in a tin. But I want to show you what else I can do with them. Right, so I've found a bit of material, and I want to be able to enclose this book. And this book, for anyone who has or hasn't seen, because it's been a while since I've shown my behind the scenes little creative books, is sort of my doodle book, where I just doodle around, play with a few different colours and words, not in any particular, no thought. I'm not meant to be thinking about it, so it's just a creative outpouring. And these, I might insert a picture. These two I ended up photocopying or scanning in, photocopying, and then I have used them as collage sheets. So I've either blown them up on the scanner or had them this size. I will insert a picture of the painting I did that I added them to the background of. And so there's a little bit of a flip through. So lots of varieties of different ideas of collage, mark making, you know, paint mark making, using bits from art magazines to inspire colours. Once again, colours. This was our National Gallery. If you're a member, you get a booklet. So sometimes the pictures are inspirational. These are from an Indigenous work, so obviously I can't sell anything like that I've made a collage from, because I think it's not fair. Oh, that's stuck together. That's annoying. But they still inspire the next couple of pages, movement. I'm not great at portraits, but I was having a go at one. This has been used in the background of the photo as well. I think actually I might scan that in. I really like that. So just a few friends' stickers, ideas. So it's a journal of ideas of more mark making, collage nature. So I'm only up to here. This was the other day. So look, I've still got all this to go. How exciting. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to digress again because I did a massive clean up in my studio. When I started doing some scratch building, all of a sudden I had so many more tubs and so much more offcuts and bits and pieces of little pots and lids and all sorts of things, and that's been put on hold a bit because, as you know, over Christmas it was a bit rough, and I've put a lot of things on hold and had a bit of time out for myself. So I probably should do a separate video like Anne does a wobble gob and just have a real chat about what all the things that really happened that meant that I stopped for a while. So I found I had all these little packets of needles, and I thought, oh, that's handy. I better put them, I clipped them all together so they're all in one spot and I know where they are, because at the moment some of my sewing, it's downstairs, and I started the video and went, oh damn, I haven't got any needles. But there you go. So it's a nice long straw needle with such a big eye that it doesn't matter that I forgot to put my glasses on. Okay. I'm going to double it actually. I'm going to put the ends together and double this up. to sew the button on. So this is just one idea. Lots of ideas. And then casting off, and what will I do on the other end? That's a good question. Right, I'm just going to double thread this, double this through. Like so. Now my laces are all downstairs too, but if this is going to go here, what we need is going to be something on this end, like so, that's here and can wrap around under the button. And I've gone up and down and around, and I've got back to the middle of this bit here, and honestly you could do all kinds of things. I'm just going to do a little French knot there to give it a little edging, and now I'm just going to cut off that. Now I've left this all rough on the edges because I like that look, and in fact I think I'd like to fray this edge a little bit more too. Someone's car alarm's going off. Might be better like that, and then you've got your little tie around. Just put this one around you like that. And there you've got a very roughly easy made little tie cover for the book. Cute. That's one thing. Obviously you can have sets. I'm thinking even on a collage you could be sewing them on a collage. And so I've got lots more to make. I've got sort of some paler pinks, a bit of the green. There's this nice yellow palette. There's a bit of a more colourful palette, a bit more orangey. I think they might go together. Perhaps. No, don't like that. I like these two. Maybe that's just a set of two, and these are a little bit more. Can put some oranges together, and the results will be endless. Endless, I say. And now we've got this new sheet. But you don't need to make buttons. You can use them just as they are in your collages. You can, also, where's one that was sort of a standalone? All right, let's do this. Another thing to use these for that I quite like is, which way did I go? There it is. My glue stick. Making this up as I go now. I'm going to put it up here so as it's not too close to where the band's going to go. So this can be a little tag. Just a little tab that sticks out just a little bit. That shows me what page I'm up to. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed that little play. It's nice to be playing. I did start off with paper and junk journals and bookbinding and moved into much more embroidery, and that doesn't mean that the embroidery is stopping at all. But there you are. There's a nice little idea that you might be interested to try. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining the RickRac Club, and bye-bye for now. Dun, da, 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 da. Cute.